Why does every hobby that I enjoy have to have so many problems? Why? Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. We're a little on the annoyed side today. Hello, welcome, good evening, good to see you all. Even though I am angry today. If the VTubers had guns, it would be worse. I'm a VTuber that has guns. If everyone was like me, life would be a lot better. There's a lot going on, and there's a few things I want to talk about today. But first, please, as always, like the stream and share it. This is going to be a collective therapeutic session where we rant about all of the bad things happening right now. We should do these more often. So I guess leave a like and share the stream. You're just telling your bestie that it's frustrating seeing everything round back to high school BS, right? Yes! I left high school 10 years ago. Sick of seeing stuff like that. And it's in multiple, it's not just VTuber stuff. We're focusing on VTuber stuff tonight. But it is in a lot of communities that I am in. And it's very annoying because I just want to be some stupid purple guy on the internet and build guns and play video games. But I'm nearing my 30s. Yes, I'm just a couple years off of 30. I know I don't seem that old, do I? I'm not a boomer. I think technically I might still be a zoomer. I'm not sure, but it's where the more stuff that keeps happening in the community, the more you want us to pull and say if the public side just be a face releasing covers random. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Oldest zoomers are 27. Well, then I'm like the youngest millennial. Then I guess. You're sorry you're late. It's okay. We just got started. We haven't really gotten into anything yet. There's a couple things we're gonna rant and complain about tonight. Joe's weekly rantings. I don't know about weekly, but sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta do it. You ready? It's all body pains and taxes from here. I've hated taxes since I was a child. I started working at a young age. I hated taxes ever since. Almost retirement age. I wish. Retire would be great. I could care even less about things. Anyway, so Efton, you want to drink? Yeah, it'd be like this. I do not partake in the fire water myself, but I understand the sentiment. So we'll start off with something a little smaller. To kind of ease into the anger today. So, I mean, y'all know I am independent. Most of the VTubers I follow are independent, just the nature of the thing. And I am nobody special. I am very tiny compared to all of the other VTubers that I know. But something else to complain about. The inventor of Pop-Tarts is dead. What? Hold on. Hold up. You just completely derailed this whole thing. Hold on. Inventor of Pop-Tarts. I didn't even know his name, but I love Pop-Tarts. William Bill Post, the man behind Pop-Tart who grew up in Grand Rapids, has died Saturday at the age of 96. Well, he lived a long life. I like Pop-Tarts a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Rest in peace, Pop-Tart man. Rest in peace. You completely triggered my ADHD and go off on something completely different, but yeah. He did live a full life. Well, okay. R.I.P. Pop-Tart man, you brought much happiness to the world. Anyway. Let's let me find this really quick. There we go. So here's something that I think is just ridiculous. Where is it? I'm gonna actually pull this up. If it's, yeah, okay. So, War's going to hell in a handbasket. Pop Tarts are sweet and sure. I know it's awful. It's awful. Things are just bad. Okay, I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna pull this up. And we're gonna talk about this because this is stupid. This is incredibly stupid. And I want to share this stupidity. Hopefully, y'all be able to see this just fine. Okay, I'm just gonna put that. Can y'all read that? Okay, it looks very tiny on OBS, but can you read that? Can you read that? This is something we're gonna go through. Yeah, I can make it bigger without covering everything up. All right, I'm gonna do this and do this, and then I can scale that up. There we go. All right, so this is frustrating right here. So I mean, y'all know I'm an independent VTuber myself. Like I said, most of the VTubers I follow are independent. I did not know about really anything about this particular VTuber. Her name is Ray. I didn't really know much about her. I've like kind of seen her around occasionally, like in some other stuff, but I've never really knew who she was until this popped up. So this is what she said, and considering the fact that I have not heard much about her, it probably means that she doesn't get in a lot of trouble, right? Because I followed the VTuber news channels, and generally, if someone's on one of those channels, they're either doing something good or they're in a lot of trouble. And I have not seen her on those being in trouble. So I don't think, as far as I know, she's not any kind of bad person or whatever. So she says, I just found out that apparently I'm on a VTuber blacklist for other VTubers to avoid. I just came back from a break from VTubing. This is so much to take in. Been feeling really out of place lately. This might not even be something I should post. I've always been really fond of the community and generally try to be nice and supportive to everyone. So that's if that is a true statement, then yeah, she hasn't done anything to people. Really hard time making friends and definitely keep to myself. Oh, so true. So true. That is normal VTuber behavior right there. She is independent, yes. But the point of, with a blacklist, if you're on one, I probably like you. Depending on the context of the blacklist, yeah. But she says, I'm really sorry if I ever offended anyone, never had anyone approach me to tell me I have. I would have loved to have a conversation about it, never intentionally done something to make anyone feel bad or out of place here. I've always tried to uplift others in this space. Well, okay. A little bit of a critique here. She'll never see this. She'll never see this. But a little bit of critique here. Never apologize, especially if it's something stupid like this and you don't like know why someone is mad. Don't apologize, because you give them the power when you do that. And she goes, I feel really weird and sad about this. Super fond of the VTubing community. Same, girl. And I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just sharing my thoughts and feelings. Hearing something like this, I didn't even know goes on behind the scenes of some streamers. Just a vent. Okay. So you only apologize if you actually did something wrong. Yes. Yeah. You don't apologize unless you like really did something wrong. And then it's better to apologize privately most of the time. So first of all, you're hearing you have potato chips. Okay, good for you. Good for you. I hope they're good potato chips. I should have gotten a snack myself. Shit. First of all, if there is people going around making this little VTuber blacklist for independent VTubers, blah, 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 you know, if that is a thing, the people that made this blacklist and the people that abide by the blacklist are probably the people that should be avoided, right? If someone's going around and, you know, from what I could tell, like just scrolling through her Twitter, it is the most normal, is the most like tepid VTuber Twitter. Like, she's bouncy, you know. She has a very cute model, by the way. Good rigging. She talking about VTuber stuff. She's talking about subscribers, which is cool. 16K, that's cool. This is the very normal VTuber chick. Oh my. See, yeah, that's how VTuber chicks are. very normal VTuber timeline. She's got 6,934 posts. She barely posts at all. I have like 50,000 by this point. Yeah, y'all got something a little spicy on my channel for once. Look at that. So yeah, it's normal VTuber channel, right? So how is this girl? How is this girl on a blacklist? How's this girl on black? I'm remembering now. Where's this list? From what I understand, I think she said in the replies, like, yeah, it's not public. It's just something that's private between some VTubers, right? And of course, then I said, you know, if they made it, those people should be avoided. So Albert, don't make me put you in timeout again. So the fact that she just seems like the average lady VTuber just doing her thing, and she's on a blacklist. Like, I remember I have seen her before, and I'm remembering now that I went and looked at her model. She apparently, I remember seeing it on one of the news VTuber news channels. She got like flack because she is a blue aquatic thing VTuber, because they're like, oh, if you're blue or water VTuber, you're copying Gura or whatever, because she's so big. So box standard VTuber with a decent model. Yeah, she's got a good model. I haven't watched any of her content because I just recently like followed her. But like, aren't there 1,000 pink bunnies? Yeah, probably. So so I'm wondering if it's something to do with that now that I'm thinking about it. Like, oh, we think you ripped off Gura, therefore you're like, what? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. Gas, tea, and blue aquatic VTuber. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. How there are only, first of all, there are only so many colors in the world, and there are only so many themes in the world. Blue and aquatic is going to be a very common theme. Like, blue and water go together. Like, it's just a standard theme. It's just a standard theme, right? Like, that's normal. Like, if there was another VTuber that was into gun stuff like me, and they were purple, I would not say that they're copying me, because I do not have a copyright over the color purple or gun stuff, right? Now, if it's one thing, like if they completely copy you, like with like the same outfit and like everything like that, you'd collab. Yeah. If there was another purple gun VTuber, I would absolutely collab with them. It would be great. I want more purple VTuber friends. So, guys, Squirrel's blue and water themed. Nintendo's copying what's your face. Yeah, that's the kind of thing. Sleepy collab went. Actually, me and Sleepy did a gun review one time. We should, that should happen again sometime. But isn't it just Dax? Well, Dax isn't like a gun VTuber though. But yeah, it's a purple game. So what possesses a person? What possesses a person to be like, I want to blacklist someone for no apparent reason? What goes through a person's head for that? Like, is it just pettiness? Is it like ego and jealousy? You think so? I mean, as far as I said, like, she just seems like a standard independent VTuber, right? You know, just normal VTuber. I'm not saying that she's boring or anything. I don't know anything about her. But she just seems like the average, you know, independent VTuber girl, right? She does her thing. She's got, you know, like 16,000 subs or whatever, you know, which in the grand scheme of things, I'm starting to learn, which another thing that kind of annoys. I'm starting to learn that you're not considered a small VTuber until you break around 10,000. Then you're a small VTuber. Anything before that, then you just don't exist, basically. Like, you don't exist until you hit 10K. Then you're a small VTuber, which that's another annoying thing we can talk about. But people that make these lists are jealous of others because their ego tells them that they should be doing better. Yeah, that's true. And you know, I can, bro's a nano VTuber. Yes, I'm microscopic nano VTuber. Yes, exactly. And you know, I can understand feeling jealousy sometimes. Like, I'll see someone who I and I always feel bad about it too. Like, see someone who I'm friends with, and they'll be doing really good. They'll have like a really good stream. Like, oh man, I wish I could be like that. But like, it's not like, oh, I wish that they would fail. It's like, no, I want to be there. I want to be there with them, kind of thing. And I still feel bad about it. I still feel bad about that tiny little twinge of jealousy where I'm like, I want to be just like them, you know. But it's frustrating, and I don't understand. Microplastic VTuber, that sounds like really unhealthy. Microplastics are bad for you. Microplastics are bad for you. No, we're all full of them, but it's whatever. We're all full of microplastics because they just put them in everything now. Just eject them straight into you. Same mentality as Reddit mods who make autoban lists. I haven't used Reddit in a long time. It's a terrible place to go. They're miserable and everyone else has to be miserable. And yeah, I hear about this. I am not a big VTuber myself. But at this point, I know a lot of VTubers. And I hear things. And of course, I'm not going to give out details and personal information, private stuff about people. But you would be surprised at how so many people are willing to attempt to sabotage someone else because they think it'll make them more successful, right? And that is such a terrible way to look at things. I mean, obviously, there's in content creation, there's gonna be some kind of competition, right? Not everybody can have their own time slot to stream, so you're gonna be competing to get eyes on you, right? That's just kind of how it is. But when you are going out of the way to sabotage people or try to make things worse for them because you think it'll make it better for you, which is not how that works. It's not how it works, especially if people find out that you're the one doing the sabotaging. Like, it's not how it works. Take that jealousy and look to improve yourself, not tear down others. Yeah, precisely. Who is, hold on. Oh, okay. Someone's sending me Twitter DMs. I'm like, has it anything to do with the stream right now? But no, it's not. Okay. And that is true. You cannot build an empire by yourself. That is true. That's why you have to rely on finding what you want to do and finding people that want to watch you. Like all of y'all, I have no clue why you watch me, but the fact that you do, like, that works. It works, So Bunny_GIF imploded her VTuber gig when it was revealed she was plotting against other people. Yeah, exactly. If you start trying to plot against other people, you start trying to bring other people down, then it's going to backfire on you eventually. You might find some small success, you might get somewhere, but eventually it's going to catch up to you. And whoever was doing this, like this blacklist and stuff and all that, it's going to catch up to them. And it's when it happens, I hope the people the good people that are affected won't have to deal with it anymore. But I'm funny. I try. You just want to see the list. Yeah, from what I understand, like like this is like a private list. So you can sabotage your about Scarl now. We'll get to that. Yeah. Just let me play against other people in totally private Discord chats. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, your Discord is not private. Discord is not private. Never trust Discord. I wouldn't be surprised if I am on and maybe it now or eventually will be on some blacklists, because from what I have heard, there are a lot of VTubers and even some companies that automatically will blacklist you if you are into guns. So like there are like companies that'll do that too. You know, so it's you know, it's a lot of stuff. Speaking of companies, though. Speaking of companies, I'm on a watch list, or I'm on an ATF watch list. Yes. Speaking of companies, some of you may be aware of the current dumpster fire. Some of you may need a quick rundown. I did know some people that were following me were wanting some info without, you know, they didn't actually know. So yeah, here we go. Sync the got time, yes. Actually, seeing this will be helpful. We have trust issues. We'd like to know Ray isn't making this up for views. I mean, it doesn't seem like that to me. It does not seem like that to me. But I mean, you never know. If this person had a history of that, then maybe. But I've never heard it. So, heard Pecora bought a monkey and used Niji Claps die. Yes, that has been going around. So, I guess we can try to go for a quick rundown here for the people who may be a little behind. We'll get this. So, you saw the CEO apology video. You honestly thought you were hallucinating. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm still following Selen's old Twitter because it's privated. So. Okay. What quick rundown time. Very quick rundown time. Okay. So it was on Christmas. It was on Christmas. Selen released a music video. Like it was a music video that we now know she paid out of her own pocket for. Cost her 15 grand for this animated music video. She did a cover of a song and had paid artists and crap for the video, whatever. And she worked on it for a whole year apparently. And had been like planning it for a year. And it was kind of, yeah, she got the rights to this herself. Yeah. So it was supposed to be kind of like a thing for her fans, obviously. So yeah, 15K for an animated music video. So that's probably where a lot of the price went to. Like it's like animated. It's a pretty good animation too. Okay. So she releases this music. From what we know, she'd been working on it for at least a year. And like she'd been planning this for that long. From what we understand, like her management knew about this. They knew that she's working on it. But she had to reach out, get the rights to it herself, get all of the stuff to where she could have permission to do this all herself. You know, she reached out to like the artist and the label who did the original song. And then, you know, she did the cover and everything. Well, not even 24 hours after she posted the video, like, see, she posted it on Christmas Day, and it's still, like, it was December 25th still. She said, "I apologize. Management has privated the song. Please feel free to re-upload." So that's kind of interesting there, since a lot of money and effort was done by So Many Dragoons, which is her fan name or whatever. Really sad this happened on Christmas, but I hope somehow you guys will be able to listen to it in some way. So that definitely right there was kind of a like the fact that she's telling people to re-upload it. That's definitely kind of a pushback against some management. Yeah, basically she did everything legally, but not technically. Yes, and we'll get into that. So after that happened, she just goes silent for a couple of days, and on the 27th, we found out she was in the hospital after an accident, and then she had to be staying a few days under supervision. Well, of course, this got people. We'll go over stuff. This got people speculating. Why are you in the hospital under supervision? And why did you not have your phone for a couple of days? That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Well, then, I guess I'll pull it up. We all know, or you should know by now, that her original VTuber persona and now a current VTuber persona is Dokibird. And I'll scroll down and see. Oh, there's some nice fan art. I'm going to scroll down and find the information here. Good Lord. She has posted so much lately. Oh, I got to find all this stuff. Yeah, I'll just bring that back up. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, so much stuff. No, I'm not there. I should have went ahead and found this beforehand. Okay. Okay, yeah. So on the 25th, this is Dokibird is her now current persona, right? So here she confirmed she lost 15K in something recently, which was the music video. Of course, this happened on the 25th. And then on the 31st, she posted how she's home now. She's got her little hospital bandage here, and she had done some stuff, and then we'll go back to here, and she confirmed that she was home, all of that, and then that's when that was the last thing from her actual Niji account, right? It's weird seeing new VTubers recommended to me after someone graduates. Well, used to be, apparently it was kind of taboo. Like if someone graduates a company, it's kind of taboo to mention like their new persona or their old persona if they're returning to it. But she just straight up was like, yeah, this is me. This is me. So this is Selen now. Dokibird. This is Selen now. So if you liked her, which she was one of the few Nijisanji people or corporate VTubers in general that I paid any attention to. So if you like her, make sure you follow her there. So you saw a Selen animation compilation that got recommended Dokibird's old graduation stream. Yeah, well now that it's public knowledge that it's the same person and people are mentioning them both at the same time, that's probably why. Okay, so after all this goes down, she goes silent for several days, actually, I think it's close to a month, and of course, people were tweeting at Niji and sending emails and stuff. Like there was a hashtag "Where is Selen" and all that stuff. Well, then finally, like just a little over a week ago. I think it was just a little over a week ago. When was this? Yeah, a week and a day ago, Niji posted this termination of Selen. And I'm not even going to bother slogging through all this crap with you. If you want to go read it, it's right there on their channel. It is garbage. It is awful. The rule is being forgotten if it only harms the VTuber. We all know where the new VShojo members are coming from. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people that left Nijisanji have gone to VShojo. So, yeah. So, this is basically just hot garbage. A bunch of lies, trying to pin blame on her and everything. And in this notice, they basically admitted that the reason Selen/Dokibird attempted to hurt herself was, they straight up just admitted it was because of bullying within the company, specifically from other people that other talents that work for this company. So not just management, which apparently management is either non-existent or garbage. Hinya's former Vom's project. So they basically confirmed that she was being bullied and just kind of skipped over it. And then in this thing, they're like, oh, well, the fact that she was bullied to almost self-Minecrafting makes us look bad. So we are firing her. And the worst part was, she was not given an advance notice that she was fired. She did not know. She found out when they posted this was when she found out that she was terminated. Apparently she had stayed up playing video games and not slept. And then someone DM'd her about this, and that's how she found out. Like that is how she found that. They did not give her, you got been fired via text. This is way worse. Yeah, there was no direct communication with her. So of course, that is when the dumpster fire really took off. That is when it really took off. People were very angry. As you can see, there were a lot of people in these replies that were very angry. A whole lot of yapping just to say you're a black company, basically. Lots of people were mad. There's me. I even had my own thing to say about them. Lots of people were mad. Lots of stuff going on. So, and that's how the dumpster fire started. We should Silverhand Niji in Cyberpunk. No. We want to hope that they metaphorically burn to the ground. Even a non-Niji bro like me was like, what the heck? Yeah. And, you know, of course, at this point, every person at Nijisanji I ever paid any attention to is gone. Like, I liked Nina, and she's gone, and now Selen is gone, so whatever. So, and then so just to show how much they don't care, and how stupid the people that run this company are, they immediately posted like, oh, look, more merch, go buy it. Immediately after they posted, they did this. Go buy our more merch and stuff. And of course you got upset, oh, this is disrespectful. And, you know, yeah, all that kind of stuff. 2%, because I had, which so if any of you are unaware, the talents at Nijisanji, it was leaked a while back. The talents at Nijisanji, at the most, they get 2% of their merch sales. Apparently, the average is 1%. If the company likes you, you get 2%. That is like, that feels like it should be illegal, in my opinion. Yes, literally 2% if the company likes you. So if you like a person that works for Nijisanji and you buy $100 worth of merch of their merch, they get $1. $1. Let that think about that. Think about that. When I'm streaming here on YouTube, even YouTube, and I have beef with YouTube a lot. YouTube still gives me 70% of the money I earn on this platform. Right? If you buy $100 worth of merch for someone from Nijisanji, they get $1. That's it. Maybe $2 if the company likes them. Why even join them? That's the thing. A lot of people think, I mean, like, if you get into a company, like, say if you get into a good company like HoloLive or Face Connect, or, you know, any of the other big or semi-big companies that do a lot of promotion, that is, I mean, it's going to guarantee you a step up, right? It's going to give you, it's the very definition of getting paid in exposure, right? They will advertise you. At the very least, they will advertise you because they can use you to sell merch and take 98% of the cut. So that's why a lot of people want to work for corporations. And even at one point, I thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool to work for a corporation. There was, you know, y'all know I'm friends with Rosa Kodal, and she worked for a company for a while. And I applied for that company because she said it was a good company, and it sounded kind of cool. And they're very much, you know, creative freedom and stuff. So even I applied for them. But now, of course, at this point, going to a company just in general sounds like a nightmare. But yeah, so they'll make like some commercials for you or something on YouTube, run some ads for you, and then you get some you'll get eyes on you, and you have your debut first stream with the company, right? And here's the thing. If you work for Nijisanji and you like have your first, you know, your big stream where you're first foot forward, you know, you're showing everybody who you are, the very first stream that's been hyped up, you have to pay for everything out of pocket. They give you the model. They let you use the model. You don't own the model. They let you use the model. Everything else, music, graphics, art, setting up your stream, everything is all paid out of your pocket if you work for this company. Like, that's been confirmed. Like, it's like several Nijis have confirmed this. And I don't know which one. I've seen something about it. There's apparently one guy for his debut stream, he just like drew stuff on pieces of paper and like held it up because he had no money to invest in that first stream. JMeZZ owns 100% of the purple anime gun. I'm not a twink. Shut up. Niji owns the models. I think even Sundari allowed all of their members to keep their models when the company folded. So for the most part, like, yes, if you work for a company and they make you a model, they're going to own the model, right? That's their thing. They're going to own it. That's just kind of how it is in the corporate world. Some companies like VShojo, even though I don't really pay attention to VShojo, they apparently everyone has creative control of their IP. Lucid, which was the company that Rosa worked for, they have control over their IP, right? But do they pay a salary or pay credits per stream? What's the benefit of this? I don't know. Like, I assume when it comes to the revenue they get from YouTube, Nijisanji probably takes a cut of that too. And considering their merch cut is so big, they probably take a big cut out of everything else. I do remember seeing a story. I don't remember who it was because I don't pay any attention to any of the remaining talents. There was a story of a guy. He said there was like, if you send, like, he was telling people to basically send money through Streamlabs, because if you use Streamlabs, like I have Streamlabs, if you use Streamlabs and send a TTS message, I get like 97% of that because Streamlabs takes just a tiny little cut. So I think he was talking about like donating through Streamlabs if you want to actually give them money, right? Should own as much stuff as you can. Renting is a scam that comes to a VTube model, cars, media, appliances. Ownership is key. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I agree with that. Don't know why anyone would join these companies. It's because the exposure. That's why. That's why. If you are part of a decent corporation, even a small corporation, you automatically are going to get some extra exposure because they're going to promote you, and people are like, "Ooh, VTuber Corporation, we're going to check that out." So that's why. And from what I understand, a lot of these companies, this is not. I don't want to say it's not the norm, because apparently there's been a lot of small VTuber agencies that have like completely imploded recently too for similar things. But if like, I am a fan of Face Connect. Pippa Kid Pippa is my Oshi. I like the Face Connect stuff, and apparently they're a pretty fair company. So, it's not like working for a company is just going to be absolute hell for everybody. How hard is it to not be a garbage company? Apparently, for some people it's pretty difficult. You love Face as well. Yeah, good. They seem like a good company. So, and for Face Connect implosion, I hope not. I hope not. I'm rooting for them. V4 Mirio was pretty impressive with how fast they got their Gen 1 and Gen 2 3D concerts going. I don't think I've heard of them. See, that's another small company. But even if you're part of a small company, that can help. Now, if you were part of a big company, say like HoloLive, the big HoloLive, right? I assume, from what I understand, the HoloLive has a much more fair cut, just from what I've heard. And HoloLive constantly reinvests back into the people that work for them. Like, I don't follow HoloLive very closely, but I follow a couple of them. And like, they're always doing like concerts and shit, or new songs, or all kinds of stuff. Like, it's all the time they're having something new and cool that they're working on, because they're getting money reinvested back into them. Whereas Nijisanji, apparently on paper, Nijisanji is the highest grossing company that does the highest grossing VTuber agency, but we know that they take like 98% of the cut. So sure, they're making a lot of money on paper, but they hire they have like 200 and something talents. They hire in mass and just throw them at the wall with no support and see who sticks. Like that is their business model. hire as many people as possible. You have to pay for everything yourself. And then boom, we throw you to the wolves, sink or swim, make us money. That is their business module. And I'm surprised they've lasted this long. Honestly. The typical cut corners and destroy our potential for long-term profit. Yes. Yes, it seems like they only care about short-term profit. And apparently their CEO is a very young guy. So that could be part of it. That could be part of it. He's just not thinking long-term. I don't know. There is a meme about him having a yacht, and I don't know if he actually bought one and flexed it or something or what, but that's why like the sink the yacht thing is going around, because like the yacht has been associated with Niji for a while because he takes so much money. They're publicly traded. They don't give a shit. Don't get paid to give a shit. It's about keeping their investors happy. Yes. Well, their investors are very unhappy right now. Which, you know, let's go pull that up. I bet I can find that. Nijisanji stock. Let's go look that up right now. Since we brought it up. What's a good stock place to look at? I'm just Googling it right now. What's a any color Tokyo? Okay. Any color Tokyo stock. Okay. I just hear the words worker owned being chanted in the background of your head. What? It's not a complicated concept. If you invest in your existing talent, then you can utilize them to catapult your new talent. Yes, exactly. But they don't do that. They do not do that. No, that's not it. There's something called Market Watch. Would this work, I guess? Okay, yeah, okay. Let me window. There we go. So this is all right, I forgot I had resized this. Y'all all y'all need to see is the line anyway. So over the past month, if we go back like past 5 days, which is, you know, a little less than a week, they're dropping. They're dropping hard. They're dropping a lot. CNBC has a better chart. Okay. You sent it over Twitter. Oh, hold on. I gotta actually go to Twitter again. Wait, did you send it in a DM or what? Chef. Oh yeah, you did. You sent it in a DM. Okay, yeah, so we'll go past. Okay, yeah, that is a better chart. So this is how things are going. This is how things are going for them. I wish I could go back just 1 week instead of just 5 days, but let's see. That's yeah, that's the second, and anyway, the fifth was when they announced the termination, right? And they've just dropped like a rock, bro. Like, I'm not that smart. I don't know a whole lot about stocks, but I know go down is bad. Go down is very bad. It's 5 days because the trading week is only Monday through Friday. Oh, well, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, they're dropping. Do 3 months. Yeah, they're very unstable. Like, they go up and down a lot, and it's because every month or so for the past year. Let's go a year. Every month or so for the past year, like, something is happening. So they're always having these big ups and these big drops. Now this one, especially with the way they're behaving, this one seems like it's gonna be the big one. This seems like it's gonna be the big one here. Go back to the last frame, what the 1 year. What are you looking at? Stock is controlled by a bunch of cokeheads. There are toddlers that mess with their beds less than Nijisanji. But yeah, they are. It's every couple months something bad happens and boop, they drop again, and then they'll kind of recover and then they drop again. And I think this one, Think bumps and stuff have something to do with them announcing new waves of talent all the time. That could be. And I've also heard at one point, like the CEO himself bought a bunch of stock. Like he's the majority shareholder. He bought a bunch of stock and basically artificially inflated it. And I think that was fairly recently. So it might have been one of these jumps, right? Might have been him. So showed a big drop around the time Selen. Yeah. If we get like Selen was terminated a week ago on the 5th. So like I said, like here's the 5th. You know, the 5th of February. That's the day she was terminated, and then just boom, free fall. Way down. From what I understand, they have lost millions of dollars. I don't exactly know the conversion rate of the Japanese yen to US dollars. I know it's like more than 100 per dollar, but they have lost millions of dollars. It is not going well for them. So then, yeah, it was a couple days after. We're still like kind of doing the backstory here. A couple days after Selen was fired, they sent out a letter to their investors that the termination of Selen will have a negligible impact on the company. And it has not been negligible in the slightest. It has not been negligible at all. Yeah, negligible impact. Yes, exactly. So that's what they said. Of course, that started yet another fire under them. And in the meantime, we're gonna go. She's not live right now. We're gonna go to Dokibird's channel. And pull that up. So in the meantime, here's her channel. So this was Selen before she became Selen, and this is her now. Once again, on the day she was fired, she was at around 10,000 subscribers, which is, man, that's my goal. 10,000 subscribers, man. That'd be great. That is no small number. But now look at it. A week later, she's at 518,000. 518. I don't remember the exact number. I know her, like, as Selen, she was probably close to 1 million. I know she was above 500,000, but the fact that it was less than a week, she got to 500,000. That is a lot of growth. Yeah, exactly. And she did her re-debut stream, her return stream right here. I'm not gonna play it, but let's see. I think it maxed out at close to 200,000 live viewers. I think because I watched a good bit of it myself. You know, she was that big as Selen. Yeah, bro. She was I think she was the biggest female talent at Nijisanji, bro. Seriously. So it's sitting at 1.3 million views. So of course, but it peaked. So you've heard reporting over 200K. I just know it was around 200K or more when I watched. It was a lot. Biggest, like literally the biggest independent VTuber stream ever in all existence, right? So she did that. Massive win. She's doing incredible. She's doing great. I'm very happy for her. She also streams during the daytime when I can have her on in the background sometimes when I'm doing stuff. So at least these past couple streams have been good on her. She deserves it. Yes, exactly. They threw their best girl under the bus. You are right. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what happened. They threw her under the bus. And then, so yesterday, right before I was going to stream yesterday, so I was like watching some of this stuff before I went live yesterday. According to Social Blade, she had 640,000 subscribers until she left Niji, where she immediately jumped to 200K. Yeah. So yeah, she's just about caught up with her Selen persona as Dokibird, which is good. I'm very happy for her. Speaking of, we can go to Social Blade later and look at some stats too. So yesterday, she was going to do her first gaming stream which I mean, I can just pull that up too. She's gonna do her first gaming stream. Neopets. It's right here. Oh, you can't see my cursor, but it's the one that's moving now. This stream, you can see it was only 27 minutes long, because as she went live, it's like 7 o'clock my time. As she went live, one of the remaining talents at Nijisanji went live on her channel. It was Elira, which is funny because Elira is supposedly, you know, like supposed to be like her sister in the company lore or whatever. So that the rebound is scaring the shit out of Niji. Other livers are looking at that and considering restarting is as hard as they've been told. Yes, that's the thing. We can go over that later. Some people that have left have said like Nijisanji makes you think that you're not going to be able to make it on your own. Like they try to gaslight you into thinking that. So Sean, thanks for the super chat. What did they even have to gain by taking the cover down? Punishment. That's all it was. It was punishment. Well, we can. That's something I've needed to mention. So Selen, she was very big. Like she would schedule a lot of events. Like she would run a lot of events. Like she would do stuff. Like she would plan stuff, and she would pay for a lot of stuff out of her own pocket to get stuff done. Right? She was basically like a unifier. Like she got people to do stuff together at this company. And I want to say like even she was like big about like cross company collabs and stuff. She had a big hand in some stuff like that, like, you know, Niji and Hololive and all that stuff, right? And it's been like she has mentioned in the past about like she would plan and fund an event and then management would just shut it down for some reason. And from what I understand, I think it was probably partially because she didn't really want to just roll over and let management just step on her. She would push back. She would try to do stuff. She would, you know, like if she funds something, she spent her hard-earned money on a project and they tried to shut it down, she would push back. She would fight back. She'd be like, you know, I've done this. If she's the one planning it and the company's not backing it, then what's the point of trying to shut her down, basically? But funny enough about Elira, her lore is furthermore, she was willing to betray her own half-sister Selen in order to ensure a more peaceful way to restore the Draken race can be found. Wow, that's kind of foreshadowing, yeah. So in Dokibird's return stream, so we know they had been giving her trouble for a long time. So it seems like there was a lot of retaliatory stuff, which I don't know how it works in Japan or Canada. Unfortunately, she lives in Canada. She's not American. Sad. So I don't know how it works in those two countries. But in America, if a job retaliates or fires you in retaliation, that is extremely illegal. That is incredibly illegal. So they actually retconned the lore. Wait, did they? She's not American. She's unfortunately Canadian. But so I don't know anything about Canadian law or Japanese law. But if it was in America, this retaliatory stuff would be extremely illegal. So back to Doki's re-debut stream. Sue for unlawful termination. Yeah, basically. So in her re-debut stream where she's coming back, right? It's illegal, but also very hard to prove. Yes, but with the way they did this, it's kind of obvious. Got that from the Fandom Wiki. Did need to change the lore on their side? I don't know. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked again. God, I'm so freaking ADHD. It's worse when I'm mad too. So her return stream, she talked about throughout the past year in 2023, Selen spent $200,000 of her own money and did not make a profit. She spent $200,000 running events and doing all this kind of stuff, you know, that helped the success of the company, and she didn't get anything for it. Yeah, $200K. Like that is like 3 or 4 times the average American salary. She spent that much in 2 years for the company doing stuff, and she didn't make a profit. But it wasn't too much debt. I think it was just like money that she'd earned and she just kept using. I don't know. Like, she was like the biggest female streamer for them, so she probably made decent money, all things considered. At that point, she was practically the company. At least the English side, yeah, she basically was. She was running that shit. So anyway, that happens, and she wanted to just be done with it. She didn't like. There was legal stuff involved. She had a lawyer and all this kind of stuff, and she did not want to deal with it anymore. She just wanted to be done. She wanted to move on. She wanted it to be as clean of a break as possible. And of course, Niji fucked it up. But that was her desire, right? Well, yesterday she tried to do her first gaming stream playing Neopets. As you saw, it was a very short stream because at the same time she went live, this short little 15-minute stream, which is probably pre-recorded in my opinion, it went live on Elira's channel. They decided to go live at the exact same time as her, in my opinion, they basically ambushed. Yeah, this was to cause maximum harm, in my opinion. Just petty shit, right? So we can listen to this if y'all want. We can listen to that. I'm gonna turn the music off. I'm gonna need to put my angry music on in a minute. So we can listen to this. It was exactly 15 minutes. Very scumbaggy, and we're gonna listen to this. So it was. I know who Elira was because she's like, her half sister in the lore or whatever. Then there's the Vox guy. I kind of know who he is. When I went to that anime convention, he was apparently there, but you had to pay to see him anyway. And I was like, I ain't doing that bullshit. And then there was another guy who I don't know, honestly. But quote DS9, I believe in coincidence. Coincidence happen every day. You don't trust coincidence. Yes. No, this is very obviously. So we'll listen to this just so y'all are aware. Just so y'all know. Hopefully it actually plays where y'all can hear too.
Hi, this is Elira Penrora. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us today. Vox and Ike are also present here with me, and we...
Ike, that's the guy's name. Okay, so black screen, for whatever reason. Anyway, yeah. Taco's the perfect thing to count as BS when we listen to it. Yeah. I listened to this on like 1.5 times speed before I did my stream yesterday just because I wanted to hear it.
But I'd like to take some time to address the events surrounding Selen Tatsuki's contract termination.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
So,
to preface,
so this is an announcement. This is an announcement that's supposed to be like from the company, but it's on one of the talent's channels. And they started it at the same time that she went live doing a game stream. Just remember that.
We have discussed with AnyColor staff and our legal team about what we are able to say. However, due to how sensitive the situation is, please do keep in mind that there are limits to what we're able to share. Both we, the livers, and the...
It was like 30 minutes. No, it started exact same time as her stream. Like, she started streaming at 7 p.m. for me, and this was at 7 p.m. I know because I had stepped away because I went and ate food with my parents, and I get back at like 7:30, and this shit had happened.
The company have been affected deeply, and
they do have their own channel, yeah.
Very seriously. Everything that'll be discussed has been approved by our lawyers, or is based solely on our personal experiences.
Approved by lawyers, my ass. That's another thing. If a competent lawyer would tell Niji to shut up, would have told him to shut up a week ago.
There is something very important that we, Nijisanji En, feels need to be made very clear. All of us do not condone harassment of any kind to any of the parties involved. After discussion with the members of Nijisanji En as a collective, I volunteered for my channel to be used for this stream.
I don't think she volunteered, but I don't
Additionally,
know.
we've been told that there will also be a video releasing regarding the situation from Tazumi-san directly a few hours following this stream.
Yeah, so there's also a message from the CEO himself, which we can go to that too, because that one's a doozy as well. What do their investors say? I don't know. Obviously, their investors are not happy, but based on their stock prices, and they have lost a lot of sponsorships. Like a lot of artists and a lot of sponsors that they have are now refusing to work with them and have canceled contracts and shit. So,
But what we say on this stream is our own words and our own feelings. I would like to first apologize if my silence on the matter has caused any worry. Over the past month, staff received documents from Selen's lawyer containing examples of her claimed experiences under any color. These documents in question included personal information of some livers, and when it was sent to us, we learned that there was a potential that this information could be made public.
okay. Did you hear that? Their lawyers were sent documents, and the documents were given to the talents. From what we know now, those documents were only ever intended to be seen by legal. Selen, her lawyer, and the Nijisanji's lawyers were the only ones who were supposed to see this document. So they released this document to their talents so that they could make this statement. So legal fucker, yes. That's like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how the law is going to work between Japan and Canada and all this kind of stuff. But like, that seems like breaking NDA shit, you know. Seems pretty freaking illegal to me, but whatever.
Some of the information poses a risk to our personal safety and puts some of us at risk of doxing. Notably, one section of this document alludes to where Millie and I live.
And we'll go at, like, Doki made a statement after this, and I will go find it. I think ISO, he had posted a link to a shortened, like a condensed version of Doki's statement, which we'll go after, but we'll look after this. She did not want anyone to see this document, so there was no risk of doxing until the management decided to show this document to the talents.
However, there are also harmful claims Selen made in the document about some livers' personal information that we believe are simply untrue. I felt threatened and scared of speaking out about the situation because of the risk that it could pose to not just my own safety.
Also, you see how the chat has all of a sudden turned the chat replay. They don't seem so happy anymore yet. They're not seeming as supportive.
But the safety of those around me as well. I'm very sad that this is how everything had to turn out, and I deeply apologize to all the fans who have been affected through this time. When Selen had posted the tweet about her cover being privated, several EN members reached out to Selen and we expressed our concerns. We were genuinely concerned, and we wanted to understand the situation as we were all in the dark about it.
We reached out to her and expressed our concerns. That sounds like some corporate PR bullshit speak to say, we were the bullies. That's what that sounds like. You know what I'm saying? That is exactly what that sounds like. So we know that Nijisanji inadvertently, or whatever, confirmed that Selen was being bullied by talents. When Selen had made a statement, she just said that it was a bad work environment and shit like that. Yeah, and she did not want VTuber to be like, you can't sit with us now. She did not want, people to go witch hunting or whatever. So she didn't mention anything about being bullied. Well, she had mentioned about being bullied, but she didn't mention anything specific. Nijisanji in the termination letter was like, yeah, she came to us because she said she was being bullied by talents. And then they just kind of skipped over it. It's like, oh, well, she made us look bad, so we're firing her. So this right here, this is corporate weasel words for admitting that they were the ones that bullied her.
Once she notified all of us regarding her hospitalization, we immediately reached out to her, each other, and her manager to confirm her safety. Her manager also immediately reached out to her and her emergency contact and kept us updated throughout the entire situation as well.
All right, so I mean, obviously, I can understand like if someone who works for you is in the hospital for a self-harm attempt, obviously you're gonna want to know what's going on, but it also sounds like they kept us constantly updated. So you were bugging her emergency contact while she was in the hospital. That's kind of what it sounds like.
It's been a very tough time for a lot of us. And I'm honestly not sure what else to say, but thank you again for everything, for waiting, and thank you.
Just it sounds like corporate speak for yeah, we're the ones that did it.
Thanks, Elira.
No,
you're
no
right.
worries.
Yeah, it has been a really tough time, and it's had an effect. I've noticed it's had an effect on everyone. It's had an effect on me too. So,
Okay, I just want to be respectful to the yacht. That's funny, chat.
So I'm joining this stream to talk about my experiences with Selen.
Oh, that's true. Monetized stream. Yeah, they even monetized this bullshit.
To lend some of what I know to help you all understand the context of this a little bit better. I know.
Imagine it comes with this video and or the script of the video is AI generated.
That a lot of you watching are going to have your own views and opinions on the situation, and so all I would like to ask is that you can take the information that I'm going to present at face value if you can. So,
also, Matt, let me know if you have trouble hearing this guy because he's one of the oh I talk so low and sexy VTuber man kind of thing. So if you have trouble hearing him, let me know.
This recent situation began when Selen claimed on Twitter that her most recent song cover had been made private by staff, and she gave no context or reasoning as to why. In actuality, she had been asked to send the content of her music video to her manager in advance of the release date so it could be...
Okay, so here's some shit right here too. First of all, I don't know much about this Vox guy. I don't really care. But from what I saw in like a YouTube thing, like he's apparently like a voice actor or some shit, right? Like he's like a voice actor. And he is just like, why are you so... You could at least voice act like you're a little bothered by this, right? He's just so deadpan, like he doesn't even care. I hate that. So we got like Japanese stuff here. I don't know. I know like someone said like this is back when she was trying to get stuff about her video like approved, because so from what I understand, she did all of the work. She did all the work herself. She got permission. She got the rights, all that stuff. She paid for it all herself. She did all of the legwork. She did all of the right stuff legally, all that kind of stuff, right? It was all legal. It was all up and up. But apparently with Nijisanji, they're like, oh, if you want to upload something, you have to approve it with us, blah, 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 whatever. Keep in mind, she'd been planning this for a year. So throughout this entire year, there's no point where they could have approved her stuff, right? And there's, and we've got like these screenshots here, and this is about her like messaging about it, whatever. And apparently it took them over 24 hours to even respond to her. Over 24 hours. Like that's just unprofessional shit right there anyway. Like, you're supposed to be a manager and you're not going to respond to your talent over 24 hours when like this is one of your stupid bullshit rules. Okay. And then like we've got all these other like stuff about like private in the video, blah, blah, get confirmation or whatever, right? And you notice it's all these cuts here. They do not show her replying. I mean, first of all, leaking Discord messages or whatever, shitty. But they're only showing one side of the conversation, which is bullshit. According to Sayu, Niji won't let you do outside VA work. Well, I mean, like he does like voice acting like within the company or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't watch him. My only experience with him is that he was at Anime Con and you had to pay extra to go see him, but to see the HoloLive stuff, you didn't have to pay extra. So I went and saw the HoloLive stuff. Like that's my only experience with this guy. So So anyway, yeah, they're not even showing her side of this conversation.
checked for content, etc., which is something that all livers agree to do. Her manager communicated with her about this very clearly, but she released her cover without giving management time to check it, and
There's
as
no
a
more
result,
hearts in the chat.
it needed to be made private. It was going to be made public again once the checks had cleared. Management absolutely intended to let her release the cover once they'd made sure that it was okay.
I don't
to
believe that
release.
for a second.
It's very important to establish this pattern of events had happened before on multiple occasions, including her Fall Guys tournament in August of 2023.
How's the boot taste? Yeah, exactly. This is bootlicker behavior.
A voice pack in May of the same year, and an outfit contest also in May. In each of these situations, Selen would be working on one of the projects I mentioned. She'd be given clear communication about confirming certain aspects with staff, as all other livers receive and comply with. And each time, she would refuse to cooperate. And when staff would react appropriately, she would make public statements that would hurt Any Color's reputation. And as these situations kept occurring, myself and other livers felt very upset and anxious.
Okay, so more corporate bullshit speak. Basically, you have used your corporate weasel words to say that when she would pay for something and plan something and they would try to shut her down, she would push back because she paid for it. We now know that she paid for everything out of pocket. You know, if you were working for a company that essentially just kind of threw you out there and said, you know, the only thing you get from us is our name, right? You get to put the Nijisanji in little brackets next to your name. That's what you get from us. Everything else you pay for. If you're going to do something like, and then they still, like, when you pay for something out of your own pocket and they were like, oh no, we don't want you to do that. We don't want you to do that. We're going to shut you down. Obviously you would push back, especially if you're having to pay tens of thousands of dollars to get projects done out of your own money for a $1 billion company, a company that makes money hand over fist because they take 98% of the revenue. Artists are even bringing in the receipts. This isn't he said, she said. Yeah. There were artists that were saying that when they would work with Selen, the company wouldn't pay them. She would have, like, the company would contract them. They'd do the art and the company wouldn't pay. She would have to pay them because they would just not pay them. Like, oh, we're commissioning you. No pay. Now Selen's got to cover it.
We felt that these statements harmed all of us as a group. Excuse me. So it's this context that I hope explains why myself and some other livers decided to approach Selen and ask about her handling of the latest situation, which
I love the
was
chat
her
right
cover
now.
being made private. So some livers, myself included, asked Selen why she tweeted about the cover in the way that she did, expressing that we felt it was unnecessary and harmful.
Oh, we told her it was unnecessary and harmful, so you probably bullied her more.
According to Selen's lawyer, it's this event that
we bullied her in self-defense. Yeah, that's basically, we bullied her in self-defense. That's basically the argument here. That shit you see in weird gun circles. Oh, we're gonna hurt you in self-defense.
That they claim to be a bill.
As like we're gonna actively, like, go after you because it's self-defense. Oh, it's self-defense. Oh, you haven't actually done anything to me, but I think you will. So self-defense. That's another rant for another day. But you know, it's same sentiment.
Build-up of, and what they claim to be a build-up of past experiences that led to accusations made by Selen that she was bullied and harassed. As you can imagine, this is incredibly serious, and I want to state that throughout my friendship with Selen, I did my best to support her in private and talk to her about any problems she might have been having whenever I...
Oh, wait, hold on, what? So sad I got this member for 27 months. Go ahead and smear all you want. Goodbye. Hey, yes! I hope they lose all of their members.
Had the chance. Having thoroughly reviewed the document sent to Any Color by...
Thoroughly reviewed the document. He thoroughly reviewed the document that only the lawyers were supposed to see. So he just straight up admits it. Right there. He thoroughly reviewed that document. That was for legal. For legal's eyes only. He thoroughly reviewed that document. Oh, does he have a legal degree too? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Don't bully us by unsubbing. That's bullying and wrong. No, it's this right here. Like, at first, you know, when stuff was going down, I was like, okay, people need to find a way to support talents that are still there. Try to find a way to help them out without supporting the company itself, because the company's doing bullshit, and ideally you would want the person you like to be able to leave the company and use that wave of them leaving to make their next persona or whatever more powerful, right? Or more successful. No, not anymore, bro. No. I don't feel bad for anybody left at this company. If you're still at this company, and not like actively planning to leave, which it seems like one girl is actively planning to leave, but we'll go over that later. But if you're still at this company at this point, especially after this bullshit got released, like, I no longer feel bad for them. In fact, I actively wish for your failure. Go down with the yacht, sink with the ship.
By her lawyer, and based on what I know personally and have been told by Selen as her friend, myself and other members vehemently believe these claims to be completely untrue.
Okay, so let's say if he was named in the document, he had the right to know, but it doesn't give him the right to read it to the public. So that's the thing. I'm not completely aware. I mean, I'm not super smart. I don't know all this legal crap, but from what I have seen from people saying, I mean, technically, even if they were named in this document, that's still, like, the document was for legal only. Like, it was against the terms of the document and the legal proceedings to show it to anybody else.
I feel very confident in saying
all the L's
the
in
way
chat.
I and other livers communicated with Selen about this incident was
the way he spits out the word friend. Yeah, I know, right?
Fair and reasonable, especially considering our built-up anxiety over this repeating pattern of behavior. In my opinion, I do not think that it was a form of harassment.
Oh, I don't think it was harassment. Okay, sure.
Also, in the document given to Anycolor by Selen's lawyer, it stated that Selen had secretly recorded me in a private voice call without my knowledge or consent.
Okay, here's something. Apparently in Canada, it's like one-party consent. So in Canada, you can record somebody without telling them, right? And if it gets to the point where she feels like she has to record a conversation with you, you are doing some bullshit. You are doing some shit, bro. Like, if it gets to that point where she thinks she has to record you for legal reasons, you are doing something wrong, brother. You're doing something wrong.
Now, I have absolutely zero memory of what I might have specifically said in that recording, but we know it was on the topic of the tweet that I had made around the time of AR Live's cancellation last.
My point is he's self-reporting as a bully by admitting he was given access. Yeah, pretty much. These three, I don't really know who the third guy is, but these three, they're self-reporting.
Last year. From what I know, based on this document, Selen had wanted to use this as proof of staff showing favoritism for some members over others, as at the time I wasn't reprimanded by staff having made that tweet. I followed this issue up with my managers, and I was told that they didn't reach out because they didn't want to cause further controversy at the time.
They didn't want to cause further controversy. They're nothing but controversy. This company is nothing but controversy.
However, I've been asked to delete other tweets on multiple occasions when I've accidentally broken a rule. In these cases, we're politely informed that when we should avoid tweeting something, we apologize, delete it, and move on. The real issue here, however, is that someone I trusted and considered a friend not only recorded me in secret, but also that these recordings were held without my knowledge for all.
She recorded you because you were doing some shit, brother. There's no other reason for her to feel the need to record you if you were her friend. If she needed to record you for legal reasons, you were doing something.
Almost an entire year. The fact that this was held throughout our friendship is really upsetting to me. Until now, I had always looked up to Selen as my senpai, and I felt really lucky to be her friend.
There's no favoritism, but here's all the times the company didn't punish me. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Having to talk about this now and seeing how this has played out is, again, heartbreaking. Selena told me privately about her disagreements with staff and her managers, and I had done my best to support her and to help her make what I thought were the right choices, even when she talked about wanting to graduate. For context, leaving Nijisanji is always an option for livers. If she had wanted to graduate beforehand, she was given very many chances to do so.
Okay, that's another thing. She made a statement. She wanted to graduate. Like she wanted to. She wanted to just have a clean graduation and just get out, and they wouldn't give it to her. That's part of the reason why she tried to hurt herself. His British voice is really making his words sound shitty. I know, but British hate. British hate. This is American channel. But yeah, no. She said herself she wanted to leave like cleanly and have a graduation, and they wouldn't let her. They decided to do all this other shit to her instead. That's why she almost took herself out. Jesus.
Amicably. And on multiple occasions, Selen had told us she planned on graduating, but would then go back on this shortly after. For example, she told me that she would be graduating on the day we hosted the Prism Cup, but as you know, this didn't happen. She also, after being warned by staff due to her repeated rule breakages in May of last year, told other livers that she was being terminated at that time.
Rule break. A rule break. Oh, by rule breaking, do you mean standing up for herself because you're trying to take all of her money and ruin her projects?
When, like I said,
she probably did try to get out. She said she tried to get out.
She had just been warned, nothing else. Because I trusted her so much, and I listened to her narrative of half-thought untruths about her relationship with Anycolor.
Just throwing her under the bus, bro.
This caused me so much anger on her behalf that I had considered graduating with her in solidarity.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. From what I understand, this guy's one of the favorites. I do not believe for a second that he was gonna graduate with her. Especially considering like the way he's acting now, just throwing out this whole my friend bullshit. But no, you were never her friend.
Seriously. And I now know that my intense feelings at the time came from omitted context and falsehoods.
Yeah,
and that,
okay,
once
sure.
again, is heartbreaking. I'm incredibly happy with my job, and even in the face of times as hard as these, I really wouldn't want it any other way.
Standing up for yourself is insubordination in most companies. Yes, exactly. And if you work for a crappy, like, the Japanese term is black company. If you work for a company like that, yeah, obviously standing up for yourself is going to be considered a cardinal sin.
So regardless of how I now feel about Selen having been my friend and having hurt me and my fellow livers in this way.
She hurt me. Oh, she hurt me. She got bullied to nearly self-dying. Oh, but she hurt me. Oh, it's all about me. I'm so hurt. She recorded my bullying. I'm so hurt by that.
Her attempt
Jesus
on her
Christ.
life will never, ever be something to be taken lightly. I recall the moment when I and other livers found out about what had happened, and we prayed for her safety then, and we still do. Regardless of the outcome of the situation, I genuinely want nothing more than for Selen to grow and to be in a safe place where she can look after her health, insofar as me and the rest of EN can heal in our own way too.
I could just, you could just feel the lies dripping from this dude's mouth.
If you're watching this stream, please leave her be. Harassment of any kind is vicious and it's insane, and it has no place in this community.
Thoughts and prayers, yeah.
That's all I need to say. Thank you.
It's like, oh, don't harass anybody after we were harassing somebody.
Thank you.
The cringe is oppressive, yachts.
And
And then there's this other guy. I don't know who this guy is. I'm gonna be honest. I knew who Elira was because of the whole sister thing. I knew who Vox was because of that annoying anime convention thing. I don't know who this third guy is.
Before we round things off,
I
also
don't
had something
know
that I
who he
wanted to
is.
say. It's going to be a little bit on the shorter side. By the way, hi, I'm Mike. First off, I just wanted to say, like, preface this with, like, sorry if I have a hard time finding the proper words for anything. I'm a little bit all over the place right now. Excuse me for a second.
This girl sounds like she's holding back tears
For
while the
a
guy tries to be
very long
comforting.
time, I considered Selen as a good friend within Nijisanji Ian.
Throwing the
Be it
friend
on
word
stream
out there
or
again.
off stream. We always managed to get on really well. So that's why it was so shocking for me to learn that Any Color had received these documents from Selen's lawyer. Learning about what was contained within these documents was, to me personally, incredibly saddening. Knowing that the things said within the document
Also, good lord, you
were
talk so
coming from the
freaking
very
slow.
same
This is
person
stupid.
that I call my friend was hurtful and disappointing in a way I really don't know how to describe. Not only because of it made me now re-examine our entire friendship, but primarily because the document contains some information that we believe is incorrect, that could be harmful for us, and it's just private.
Rumors that Mista / Kuro K9 has blackmailed Niji. That's why he's able to negotiate a clean graduation. Wow. Wouldn't surprise me.
Information that is very terrifying to have being, shown before you like that.
Yeah, so they're being shown information. They're being shown legal documents that was just for just for legal's eyes only, just for the lawyers. But they're being shown it. There you go. We're admitting it again.
Right now, we're all very stressed.
Oh, you're
in spite of this,
stressed.
I feel like the public deserves to, at the very least, be aware of the existence of these documents, as well as of some of its
The public should be aware of the existence of the documents that were supposed to be kept private.
contents, for the sake of transparency and honesty. We understand that the past week of radio silence has been really difficult for all of you, but
It's true. We did not need to know any of
please
this.
rest assured that we've been working very, very hard to try and understand what it is that we can and cannot say about this.
Okay, the rest
We
of
wanted
this
to make sure
is just
that
like
what we shared was as much as we were able to share.
the rest of his statement
Within-
is just it's literally nothing. It's just like we're stressed, well, whatever. It's literally nothing. It doesn't add anything to it. So I give him credit. The company he works for is on fire. You'd be stressed too. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe they should have gotten out when they had the chance. Well, apparently these are the ones that are the favorites, though. So, I mean, if you're the favorite, then you're probably getting treated better. Probably getting more money. You're probably getting more of your stuff like approved. So, these guys were Selen's friends. They claimed they were her friends, and they basically all but confirmed that they were the bullies. So, let me find ISO's channel because he had shared. He had shared her her statement. Well, because so like this happened as she was trying to do a live stream, right? So it just happened, and then she tried to do. She had to make her own statement for that. Which yeah, okay, here we go. They get 2.5% instead of 2. Yeah, basically. I'm going to say now it's time to go short Nijisanji. Yeah, so, okay, so important context. This was streamed 5 minutes into Doki's stream. So yeah, it was the exact same time. So very, very, very obvious, like they were targeting this.
But anyway, there is like a lot of stuff going
You know what? I'm just going to let this play. I got to pee, and I'm just going to let this play. Watch this. I'll be right back.
on. Also, a little bit of a note for those who are wondering. All I will say is that I will put up another statement because I believe there are some lies being told right now, and I have further evidence and proof later on. There will be a future statement being published by me later on that will further support my evidence. There is a lot of slander and a lot of lies going on right now. I'll be publishing a future statement in the future regarding it, which I have evidence and receipts as well as backed up by my lawyer. And regarding a document, there was a signed legal consent between me and the management that it was just going to be between me, my lawyer, and management. By the fact that they release that to others is considered illegal because that was not supposed to be seen by anyone else. And it was signed by me, my lawyer, and other lawyers. I can say this because my medical history and my medical documents and everything that me, my lawyer, and other people that were involved with, it was all signed and agreed upon. I do have more evidence and more receipts and more statements later on. That document also has private information regarding me.
Okay, so I came back at the time I wanted to mention too. So, Doug's out of the company in the future is probably going to actually just name drop them. I mean, she may have to actually. So, she was looking forward to streaming Neopets. Feels like even more mean of you to release that. Yeah, yeah, it was meant to cause maximum harm. So, I got back just at the right time because I wanted to say something about this. You know, I have worked in like medical adjacent fields. I work in therapy and stuff like that. That was quick. Did you wash your? Yes, I washed my hands. I always wash my hands. You always ask me this every time. The bathroom is literally 10 feet away from my desk. It does not take long. Anyway, I was gone for a minute and a half. Like, come on. I do wash my hands. Shut up. This is not what we're talking about today. So I work in therapy, kind of a medical adjacent field. I don't know about Canada or Japan or whatever, but I know in America, if you even verbally talk about vague things relating to someone's medical history, like you can get in a lot of trouble if you're like, you know, a legal person or like working in the field itself. Like if you have to go to someone's house and the neighbor is like, "Hey, what you doing? What you doing here? You know, what you doing here in your scrubs?" You're like, "Oh, we're just doing some therapy for, you know, Mr. What's his name or whatever," right? That's enough to get you in trouble. That little sentence right there. So the fact that like her diagnosis or like the reason she was hospitalized and stuff like that got leaked or like got shown to people by legal, like I don't know. It's Canada law or Japanese law and shit, but at least by American standards, if you did that, you are fucked. You are absolutely fucked if you do that. So that's not good for them.
And regarding things that should never have been public to anybody else but me and my lawyer, and was going to move on and everything, and was never going to address this anymore.
Like she wanted to be done with it, and they're like, "Oh, we were so worried because we're at risk of doxing." No, she didn't want any of this to go public. Y'all decided to go public with this.
Because they've decided to address it, even though I wanted everything to be over with, that is not my fault. Because of this, I will have to respond with a document that my lawyer has written and I have written up.
Now, this document is probably going to be spicy whenever it comes out. I don't know if it will come out. It may. But you know, there's no chance you'll ever see this, but you know, on the 1 in a million chance that you do, Doki, take everything they got. Take everything they got. Make them burn and take all their money. That's my hope.
In case something like this did happen, I prepared something just in case, but I was going to keep it quiet and keep it private. And because that has happened, that means that I am now required to release my story and release my statement. I'm very, very saddened that my privacy was violated with this. So I try to leave on as good terms as I can. I'll also say that I've heard slander about me behind the scenes and outright lies being told about me. But what they do not know is that I have receipts that this proves a lot of things that were said.
She's got the receipts, boys. It's going down. It's going down. And I hope that yacht sinks all the way down to Titanic levels.
About me behind the scenes. It's very unfortunate that I had to make that public. That we'll have to make it public later on. I really do.
Okay, make it public. Yes, we may figure out who the bullies are. Like actually get it confirmed too. I mean, they've kind of already soft confirmed it themselves, but we're gonna see.
Thank all of you guys for being here, for believing in me. I just got a friend that messaged me that they're there for me with all this happening. So it was really reassuring to know my friends are still there for me after all of this. It's really sad because I was really looking forward to Neopets, was really looking forward to moving on and rebuilding myself. It really says a lot though. People would try to bring down others when people are ready to move on. It really says a lot.
So that was her response, right? And then, oh yeah, then let's find that too, because not long after, Nijisanji themselves posted a little YouTube apology video. You know, they posted a good little YouTube apology video. You know, Niji is dead or severely in the hole after this. Oh, absolutely. So we can
Whenever I see
go to this. Oh no, that's Moist Critical's thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here it is. Here's his stupid little video. Does his little CEO bow, whatever. And so from what I remember,
Hello, I'm Rick Tazumi, CEO of Enicara Inc.
I think he spends like the first few
making this
minutes.
video
I think he spends like the first few minutes just talking about like shareholder shit.
to speak directly to you, the fans of Nijisanji EN, and everyone who supports the VTuber industry. First of
Also,
all,
I posted this on Twitter. I posted it on Twitter yesterday. The memes and stuff about them being a black company, Kuro Sanji and all that. And Homeboy chose a black background to record his YouTube apology video. A black background. Like, he looks so pissed ahead. Well, yeah, like, I think this is from what someone was saying yesterday. This is the first time he's ever like had a public appearance on their channels or anything. Like he's usually just, you don't see him. Like it has got so bad for them that he's having to do this.
I deeply apologize for causing concern to many people. Please allow me this time to address your
RSI
concerns.
executive from Cyberpunk.
First, let me apologize for a misunderstanding caused by the notice published on our investor relations page on February 7th.
The first thing he talks about is investor shit. That's the first thing he talks about. Because they only care, I mean, it's very obvious they only care about the short-term gains of money. I mean, we've gone over how little they pay people, how much they take. So the first thing he talks about is shareholder stuff.
After announcing the termination of Selen's contract, we received questions from investors regarding the impact this would have on company performance. The notice was published to respond to investors.
That's all he's talking about.
In
at
the
first.
notice, we unfortunately used the expression negligible
Unfortunately.
to describe performance
Unfortunately for your bottom line, maybe. That's the only reason why you feel bad about this.
impact.
Guy has no charisma. Yeah, no charisma whatsoever.
Our wording lacked consideration for the situation and caused Nijisanji EN fans and everyone who supports the VTuber industry to feel that Enicara Inc. undervalued the impact of Selen's contract termination or Selen herself.
I wonder if this dude realizes that the normal idol shit won't fly with an international internet audience. Yeah, and that's something we could talk about a little later too. I'm sad that my yacht is sinking. Yeah, that's all he's saying. I hate that the peasants are rallying on my investors and sinking the yacht to be appeased with my glorious voice and go away. Wow, this dude has no riz, and I don't like his voice.
I deeply regret this outcome and will be rethinking how our communication in English is done.
So they probably don't have any communication at all. That's the problem.
Without a doubt, Selen was integral to the growth of Nijisanji EN. As a company, it is truly unfortunate that our relationship ended
You only
the way
think
it
you
did.
only think that because it's hurt you so bad.
We regret that the notice we published on February 7th was worded this way.
And that right there. We regret that this happened, and we regret that it was worded this way. Motherfucker. You worded it that way in the first place, and you did not even tell her that she was fired. You didn't let her leave peacefully, and you did not even tell her that she was fired. Give them the depths of their fuck up. Yeah, this might be the worst YouTube apology. 100% convinced they didn't even have an actual Ian manager before this. They only just posted an opening staff in Canada. That may have been the case too. Yeah. We can go over. There was another person. We'll talk about her after this because I want to talk about her. But she mentioned like there were no managers that actually spoke English when she worked for them. So yeah, they're mad that they got caught and are suffering consequences. Yeah, exactly.
We made it sound like our company.
This is not an apology to Doki. This is an apology to investors first and foremost. Yes, and they're trying to also mask it, say they're apologizing to viewers.
Company does not value the hard work of our drivers. I deeply apologize. Next, I will address the feedback to our announcement,
Feedback.
which led to
That's
the
one way to put
idea that Anycrow Inc. may not be providing a safe environment where the drivers can maintain good mental health.
They didn't care about mental health when their top female streamer was driven to nearly, you can't say the word on YouTube, but you know, she almost self-Minecrafted. Y'all drove her to that. And now you're saying you care about mental health. Bullying
We
is hard
take
work.
full responsibility for this situation, where not only Anycrow Inc., but also our drivers are receiving hurtful messages. I deeply
Oh, hurtful messages. What? Because of what you did to the horrible shit you did to somebody. Hurtful messages. Okay. Don't try to appeal to my emotion with this shit after what's been going on.
apologize to our drivers and to everyone who supports them. Company actions have led to the distress of our drivers, and we are taking this situation very seriously. Please understand that some drivers may choose to temporarily step back from social media. The management team continues to communicate with drivers to provide any and all support in every way they can.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. You don't even give them money. I don't believe it. Your billion dollar company doesn't even give them money. I don't believe you give them any support.
We will be implementing several new internal systems to ensure that the drivers can resume streaming activities while maintaining their well-being.
They should have been there in the first
Also, by
place.
establishing things such as better reporting systems, we aim to create an environment where we can better identify and resolve issues more quickly.
Oh, why didn't you try to do that when there were actually issues? Huh? Why didn't you try it then? Background was black and white checker pattern because they're finished. That's a good one. It's concerning me that the broken English is the last thing that holds me back from taking this seriously.
Next, I would like to address the concern that has been raised
It's more
by
than concern,
fans
bro. It's
who have
rage.
been supporting the VTuber community regarding whether Anycrow Inc. has been supporting Nijisanji Ian enough.
You haven't.
Regarding YouTube content, we did not have official programs available until fall last year.
Until fall last year, a couple months ago. They've been a company for years. But they didn't have any official programs until the end of last year.
Other than content for the 3D event in July and the cancelled Nijisanji Ian Air Live Colors in February last year, there has been a lack of 3D live content. However, in the meantime, we have spent the past year recruiting and working on strengthening the Ian staff.
Don't believe it.
So we can better provide content for Nijisanji Ian.
Don't believe it. I don't believe
Since
it.
last year, we have also started multiple new projects that are still in progress.
Multiple, you mean the projects that people have to fund themselves and you don't help them with? No, I don't believe you.
In addition to supporting rivals on activities, we hope this will help improve our Nijisanji EN content offerings. One of them is the game event stream that was scheduled to be held on the 11th. However, considering the situation after recent events, this event is being delayed so that we can properly direct our full attention to reviewing and ensuring the quality of our rivals' well-being.
Why didn't you already do that? Why weren't you already looking into the quality of their well-being? Why did it take an international incident and someone almost losing their life over you for you to suddenly care and look into that? Mental health in JP isn't a thing. Yeah, that from what I understand, like they just don't care about mental health over there for the most part. So that's not good.
As a company, we intend to do everything in our ability to support Nijisanji EN and meet the fans' expectations. Finally, I apologize for not just recent events, but also pre-existing areas that needed our attention. Our rivals are irreplaceable, each and every one of them.
Then why does someone leave every month? Why do you hire dozens at a time, throw them at the wall with no support, and then you have people leave every single month? Sounds pretty replaceable to me. Sounds like you just treat them like I don't know what you treat them like paper soldiers or some shit, right? They're just every one of them's expendable. Not a bad person for chuckling at rivals. That's just a language barrier thing. 10 soldiers, yeah, something like that. I don't know, whatever. Paper sounds worse.
Beyond being business partners, they are the most
It's a Japanese company.
important individuals that we must protect as a company. To everyone who has and continues to support the rivals, I am very sorry that situations were allowed to arise where our dedication to their well-being was not clear. I feel
been not
that
clear for a
this
while.
should never be the case. Once more, personally and on behalf of our company, I apologize to you all for causing concern.
I'm sorry I got caught being a terrible person.
As Enikara Inc., we will do everything we can to ensure that we create and maintain an environment where the rivals can succeed in their creative endeavors.
And then the little bow again, whatever. So that was a bunch of bullshit. And absolutely infuriating. What was Nijisanji even doing before the whole VTuber thing? Like they I think they became just to be a VTuber company. I'm not sure. So someone mentioned earlier, like, did they really think that this kind of idol culture stuff would survive an international internet audience? And I think that they thought that they could continue to get away with this, right? And I've said before, I'm not the kind of person where I'm like, oh, we gotta go in and we gotta change the culture of all these places, blah blah blah. Because I don't care. I care about America, whatever. But I mean, this is something that they work internationally. They have people, they have talents in other countries, and like this is bad. From what I understand, this is bad even by Japanese company standards. That's where the whole black company thing comes from. It comes from Japan. It's like very exploitive companies that do shit like this, right? So, bit of weeb idol culture is sickening. Yeah, and that's part of it too. Idol culture is part of it, and I think idol culture is cringe. But I genuinely think they thought that they could continue to get away with these kind of business practices internationally, and it's finally biting them in the ass. Finally. Now, but when it comes to the Japanese side, I don't know. I don't speak Japanese. I don't really follow many Japanese VTubers. So I don't know how this is going to affect them there. Obviously this has hit them hard enough. The stock has gone down enough to where this guy had to put out this stupid little YouTube apology. But do I Black Idol Company's been sunk for less? Yeah. Do I think that they are going to change? No, not at all. I wouldn't believe that for a second. Do I think that they're gonna completely implode? I don't know. As far as the English speaking side goes, and maybe any other foreign sides go, probably. I think, yeah, they are losing. They are all of the people that are left are bleeding subscribers. Which let's go to Social Blade. We'll go to Social Blade, and we'll go to, like, I'd pull this up. We'll go to Elira's channel because she was the one that did that stream, right? She's down 14,000 subscribers. Of course, it says the last 30 days, but it's probably like the last 2 days or so. Let's see. She started losing them a week ago. Minus 3K, minus 3K, minus 2K, minus 9K. So yeah, minus 10,000 today, minus 10K. So that was after yet. So she lost nearly 20,000 in a day after that stream. So they are tanking. They're tanking hard. So I do think this is going to hurt them, and I hope it really does. And if there are, like someone mentioned, I don't remember her name. Scarl. Never really paid much attention to her. But apparently she's the only one that did not like retweet or reshare that goofy ass live stream that was on Elira's channel. And she apparently on her own channel, she hearted a Kuro-sanji comment, which it's funny. Kuro means black, so they're calling the company black in her comment. So she hearted that. So maybe she's about to be leaving, and who knows. But as for the other one, as for everybody else that's left, I don't care. I don't care anymore, bro. This yesterday proved that the entire culture of the company, both management and talent wise, is rotten to the core. The whole company is rotten. And if they do not survive this, they deserve it. If they don't survive this, it's on them. And it's, yeah. The click rat was real. Yeah, I'd heard people talking about there's supposedly a click and they're the ones that are the favorites, but man, it's just from what I've seen of her, Scarl has been nothing nice, nothing short of classy, so she's gonna get booted. Yeah, probably. If she does and she gets like a new VTuber persona or whatever, I'll probably follow her. So don't care enough to even harass. Well, yeah, I am not gonna condone harassment because that would get me in trouble. But I don't care. I don't care. I have no empathy for these people anymore. Scarl does 3D printing streams. What, really? Holy shit, she does? I mean, it's probably not printed goods, but still, that's cool as shit. I love 3D printing. Either it's completely rotten or the talents are completely brain dead. It's probably a little bit of both. I don't know. Do not harass any of the parties in this stream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't harass anybody. I cannot condone it. But she bought an Ender 3 just to do 3D printing projects with her views. That is cool. That is very cool. I may have to check her out. I'm not gonna follow. I still follow Selen's Twitter account so I could go and look at it because it's privated. But like, I'm not gonna subscribe to anyone in Nijisanji. I'm not gonna follow anyone in Nijisanji on any platform. And I suggest, honestly, you should probably do the same. If you are subscribed or following any of these people, unsubscribe from all of them. Right? Don't harass people other than JMeZZ. Yeah, y'all love harassing me. But, so yeah, don't support the company anymore. So, and we can talk about this other thing, because I did want to mention this too. You only follow 2 VTubers, you and one other independent. Well, I mean, indie VTubers are great. I like being one, and the indie VTubers are cool. So, there might be a graduation queue and they're being forced to keep quiet or they won't get a graduation. Okay, honestly though, like if I was in any of their position, if it was me, and something like this happened and someone told me, do this live stream, make this statement or about what happened to Selen, or we're going to terminate you, or you can't get your graduation, blah, blah, whatever. I would make sure, I assume they don't get to meet their managers in person, but I would Zoom call them or some shit just to say, fuck you, no, and hang up. And then I would immediately, like on social media or whatever, post like a screenshot of the message or whatever, them saying, hey, you have to say this about Selen's graduation. I would do whatever I could to burn the company down with me if I was in that situation, honestly. Like, I don't care if it got me into legal trouble. I am that spiteful, dude. Seriously. Like that is that I would not have cooperated in any way whatsoever. So I don't know, that's just me. The least they could have done was just not do anything, but they went and did this stupid announcement and stuff. So, you know, and no, I am not going to put on a maid outfit. Shut the hell up. All right. So we're going to go back in time a little bit too. And so, we're going to go to Sayu, which, oh, she's live right now. Maybe we'll, I think she has raids enabled. Maybe we'll raid her just to give her a little more support. Because Sayu, she was kind of the canary in the coal mine. I didn't know who she was until like stuff went down with her. She was known as Zion Lanza for Nijisanji. That was who she was. This was like her previous life. Then she goes to Nijisanji. She gets fired very quickly and then goes back to this, right? And she was like one of the first people that come out and talk about the harassment and the shitty management and all that kind of stuff. And that's how I found her. And because I have an innate aversion towards corporate speak and authoritarianism and authority, I of course believed her because it made sense. It made sense. And there was so like around the time that was when the stuff come out, like they're getting 2% of sales at the most and bullshit like that. So I've followed her ever since then. And she got a lot of harassment over that, like actual, like I think like people tried to dox her. I don't know if they were successful. I hope not. I hope that whatever, like I hope that didn't happen. I don't know. She's mentioned it before. I don't know if it actually happened or not. But she's been harassed, and even now after like with the whole Selen thing has blown it up and it just has confirmed everything, she still was getting hate, dude. Like, and she even admitted like she did some stuff wrong and she admitted to it and she apologized for it, but she would still get hate. And when she tried to be supportive of Selen, she got hate in her reply being supportive of Selen. And I just feel like that is so wrong, bro. But like she was kind of where it started. She got like the termination notice that had all the slanderous shit in it, similar to Selen. So this kind of started. She was like she was the canary in the coal mine. It kind of started with her, and I hope that she's doing better now because her and Doki and everybody that has left, I kind of hope this really helps them. I hope this gives them a boost. And you know, even I know a lot of you that watch me, you watch indie VTubers like me. You're probably not going to sit and go to every corpo VTuber stream, but you know, I do hope that, you know, I do hope that they get, I mean, she's doing good now. She's got 1,000 people watching her now. That's good. She's doing well. She's doing well for herself. And I hope the same can be said for a lot of these other people. She has been vindicated. Yeah. And I mean, I believed her from the start. So it's just nuts, dude. But that's most of what's going on. That's most of what's going on. Honestly, only corpos you watch are Hololive. I mean, I follow a couple Hololive people. I follow most people from Face Connect, even though only Pippa knows that I exist. I follow. I'm not good about going and watching a lot of live streams. Some people I will like watch VODs, and I'll try to watch clips and stuff. But I don't think corporate VTubing as a whole is terrible. But I do hope this kind of pushes. I mean, even the companies that are doing well, I kind of hope this pushes everybody to do better. I don't know. Gonna go smoke. Tomorrow's stream will be more light. Oh, tomorrow's stream is gonna be hilarious. Y'all got to come for tomorrow's stream. It's gonna be funny. I got something funny planned. But yeah, I guess that's most of the stuff that we were gonna rant about tonight, and it's been over 2 hours just complaining about shit. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. AG plus gun review. That's on Friday. So yeah, I've got a very busy week this week, but so I mean that's gonna be about it for now. We have complained about stuff. We're like I said, we'll see if I can raid Sayu, because she needs some love right now. She last time I've looked before, she has raids open, so we'll see. Of course, unless she has turned it off because of recent events, I don't know. Oh, she doesn't. Okay. So for 5K waiting for Scarlet, her live chat is that yeah, they disabled all her live chats, so that's another thing. So that's another reason why people think she's leaving. Hollow's the golden ticket, Niji is dumpster on fire, Face Connect is the mental ward, and V-Show chose their retirement home. Well, whether someone's a corpo or independent or whatever, as long as they're not an asshole, I hope that they can be successful, So yeah, it is not a manual raid. I have actual YouTube raids, and it is enabled, so we'll do that. Just joined. We're shouting on Nijisanji for being Niji. Yeah, we just finished actually. We've ranted and raved, and I actually do feel a little better now about it. But this is kind of, I guess, for people that were maybe unaware. I know most of the people that follow me only care about independent VTuber stuff, so I guess unless there's anything else y'all want me to rant about for 5 minutes or so, I think that pretty much about covers it. It's everything's on fire. It's only February. I have a feeling things are just going to continue to be wild this year, but we'll see. We will see. Rant about potato chips. I don't have anything to rant about potato chips. I like potato chips. I like tortilla chips more though. Rant about us. Y'all are a bunch of nutcases. You say a bunch of weird stuff all the time. I don't know why you're so obsessed with me making me wear weird stuff. Y'all are a bunch of crazy people. There you go. All right then, folks. That's going to be it for tonight, I guess. Tomorrow, stick around though, because we will do the raid. Tomorrow's stream is going to be funny. It is not what you're going to expect. It's going to be funny. It's going to be very goofy. So make sure you come back tomorrow. I don't normally stream on Wednesdays, but it's Valentine's Day, special time. I've got a stacked week this week, so we've got a lot of stuff going on all the way till Saturday. No, it's not a maid outfit. Shut up. So that's gonna be it for now. But we will raid Sayu, because she definitely needs some support right now. So you're afraid of your thumbnail for tomorrow. You'll see. All right, when you get to the next stream, you don't have to sit there and spam. You don't have to sit there and be super active in the chat. I know a lot of you are lurkers. But there's 30 something people watching right now. I want to see 37 raid tags, which is AFT raid, all caps. If that's the only message you send that message. Let them know that you're there. And yeah, make sure you have left a like here before you leave a like on this stream before you go. And of course, like Sayu's stream when you get there. Give her that love. AFT raid. Exactly. Y'all have a great rest of your evening. I hope the ranting was a little bit cathartic, and hopefully we'll all feel a little better tomorrow. We're gonna have a great Valentine's Day together. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Don't forget the raid tag. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, it's not a normal stream time. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock Central, a little bit later than normal. All right, y'all have a great rest of your evening. Stream is over. Get out of here. Bye.